there's no street nor statue in his honor. For many, the social footprint of former president of Yugoslavia, Josip Broz Tito, is a delicate subject. But now, a new walking tour in Croatia's capital Zagreb is hoping to trace the leader's complicated legacy in a city where he remains divisive.
We still have heated debate, even 42 years after Tito has died. So the aim of the tour is to try to normalize the debate, because we cannot not acknowledge that Tito was one of the political giants of the 20th century.
The tour does not sugarcoat the past. Tour guide Daniela Matojevic explores Tito's ability to keep ethnic.
Kingdom was waiting for. Out of the converted mineshaft, a huge truck is carefully backed out. The massive vehicle has only one purpose: to transport the equally massive Hwasong-50 intercontinental ballistic missile. Finally eased out of its hiding hole, the truck begins the laborious process of lifting the giant missile into position. Over 40 feet tall, the missile is taller than a 2-floor home and has the power to destroy several square miles of a densely packed city. The launch command officer picks up a phone hardwired straight to an underground telephone line that's connected directly to Kim Jong-un. The North Koreans have to resort to primitive telephone technology to ensure the United States or its ally. Sea-based Spy-1 radars on American naval vessels are networked into the massive surveillance effort tracking the North Korean missile. While boosting into space, the missile is at its most vulnerable, but the United States still lacks its capability to rapidly destroy a missile during this initial phase.
How Saddam Hussein pulled off the largest bank heist in history. There have been many interesting bank heists across history, mostly due to the way the robbers were able to pull off the trickery and get that money out of the vault. However, there's just one heist in particular.
For now, though, all U.S. assets can do is watch and gather data which will help determine 2:33 hours local, and in a mountain complex in North Korea just over 100 miles from the Chinese border, technicians scramble to remove camouflage netting from the entrance to a deep underground bunker. That bunker has been cut into the mountainside and covered over with camouflage to fool American spy satellites loitering hundreds of miles overhead. The cover of night helps to obfuscate the rush of activity, and the heavy cloud cover is exactly what the hunter States' homeland defenses at Fort Greely, Alaska, and Vandenberg Air Force Base in California, the ground-based mid-Corston. Based interceptors against the incoming threat. In order the U.S. Navy ships near Hawaii or the American West Coast can move into position to defend Britain. Remain best suited for this task, and it falls on them now to give a good intercept course for America's GBIs. Powerful processors churn through all the available data to sniff out the real threat from amongst the chaff and decoys. If they fail, millions of people will die. Using extremely precise measurements, the dummy warheads are singled out. Because of North Korea's inexperience with NIRV warheads and the use of decoys, the dummy warheads don't quite match the profile of a real warhead as perfectly as it flies through space. With a good intercept solution, the GBIs detach their exo-atmospheric kill vehicle. It will take 6 minutes for them to reach their target.